Hey, voice actor here. Have you ever been listening to an audiobook and suddenly the tone changes and then changes back, like in the middle of a sentence or in the middle of a paragraph? There's a reason for that. You probably guessed that it was to fix a mistake on the narrator's part, and you'd be right, but there's a lot more to the process than that. When I finish narrating a book, the recording files are sent to an editor. The editor's job is to listen through the recording while reading the book and compare and contrast. If they find areas where what I've said doesn't match what's in the script, they mark it as a pickup. Called a pickup because you're gonna pick it up later? I don't know if it gets any simpler than that. So then a few days to a few weeks after the book has been recorded, I'll get sent a pickup packet. It's a folder with two things inside. One is a copy of the original manuscript, but all marked up and only using the pages that I've made mistakes on. There will be sections highlighted and a little note as to what the mistake is, like you said and instead of an, something like that. And the other folder will be a whole bunch of MP3s that are just clips of you making the mistake. You can't have a big ego when you're in this career. Your job is to get back in the booth, listen to those mistakes, compare it to the script, and obviously re-record that section. The hard part is to try to match exactly the tone you had going before. And again, this can happen weeks after the recording session is over. It can be hard to match a tone even that same day. Our voice sounds a little different in the morning than it does in the afternoon. If you are particularly hype in a certain part of a chapter, it can be hard to recreate that authentically. Not to mention all the technical stuff, like I just realized by looking at my camera that my pop filter's in the wrong place. Little details like this, like the height of my mic, where I'm sitting in my chair, how warmed up my voice is, what I ate for lunch that day. All these minuscule differences can add up, and the reader can often pick up on a pickup. Yeah. So next time you're listening to a book and you hear a pickup, you now know a little bit more about the process that goes into making a book. And maybe you'll be a little less judgmental if it doesn't quite match up perfectly. We're striving for excellence, not perfection. Keep in mind, if a narrator and audio engineer and director are worth their salt, and if the technical stars align, for every pickup that you do notice, there will be a whole slew of pickups that were cut back into the original recording that you didn't even notice. If you have any other questions about how audiobooks are made, let me know in the comments and I'll try to get to them. Okay, bye.